Ever pondered what the future holds for gaming and technology in the Baltic and Nordic regions? The answer lies in the evolution of the Mare Balticum Gaming and Tech Summit, an event that has grown from strength to strength, creating ripples of transformation in the gaming and tech landscapes. Since its inception, this summit has been more than just a gathering. It's been a vibrant hub of innovation, a crucible of ideas, and a catalyst for change. Every year, it tours the Baltic capitals, bringing together the brightest minds to discuss, debate, and shape the future. The Mare Balticum Gaming and Tech Summit has been a beacon, illuminating the path for gaming and tech professionals. It has sparked conversations around emerging trends, fostered collaborations, and propelled the growth of the industry in the Baltic and Nordic regions. With each passing year, the event has evolved, reflecting the dynamic nature of the gaming and tech industries. It's grown in scale, in scope, and in ambition. And in 2024, it's all set to make waves in Tallinn, followed by Vilnius in 2025 and Riga in 2026. The significance of the Mare Balticum Gaming and Tech Summit cannot be overstated. It's not just an event, it's a movement, a harbinger of the future. It's where gaming meets technology, where innovation meets opportunity, where the future is not just predicted, but created. So, as we look to the horizon, one thing is clear. The future of gaming and technology in the Baltic and Nordic regions is bright, and it's being shaped right here at the Mare Balticum Gaming and Tech Summit. Ever pondered what the future holds for gaming and technology in the Baltic and Nordic regions? The answer lies in the evolution of the Mare Balticum Gaming and Tech Summit, an event that has grown from strength to strength, creating ripples of transformation in the gaming and tech landscapes. Since its inception, this summit has been more than just a gathering. It's been a vibrant hub of innovation, a crucible of ideas, and a catalyst for change. Every year, it tours the Baltic capitals, bringing together the brightest minds to discuss, debate, and shape the future. The Mare Balticum Gaming and Tech Summit has been a beacon, illuminating the path for gaming and tech professionals. It has sparked conversations around emerging trends, fostered collaborations, and propelled the growth of the industry in the Baltic and Nordic regions. With each passing year, the event has evolved, reflecting the dynamic nature of the gaming and tech industries. It's grown in scale, in scope, and in ambition. And in 2024, it's all set to make waves in Tallinn, followed by Vilnius in 2025 and Riga in 2026. The significance of the Mare Balticum Gaming and Tech Summit cannot be overstated. It's not just an event, it's a movement, a harbinger of the future. It's where gaming meets technology, where innovation meets opportunity, where the future is not just predicted, but created. So, as we look to the horizon, one thing is clear. The future of gaming and technology in the Baltic and Nordic regions is bright, and it's being shaped right here at the Mare Balticum Gaming and Tech Summit.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a freshly squeezed episode of our weekly Huddle, the Thursday morning Energizer. With me, as always, Daniel Goomba. Hi, Daniel.
Hi, good morning.
All right. So today we have a special guest, Liga Tarasova from Online Gamers, Gamblers. Sorry about that. Liga, it's nice to have you here.
Hi, nice to see you guys.
All right. So today is a special day. Let's give a big shout out to Maria Arnidu, our event marketing coordinator, who's celebrating 1 year with us. So it's a special day. Besides that, we of course have a lot of things to talk about. And since we have a guest here, why don't we get started? Liga is is an editor-in-chief at onlinegamblers.com. Is that correct, Liga? Because
Yes.
for some strange reason, we posted you're the co-founder of the
Oh, I
website.
love that one actually. I was like, oh, I wish. But no, not really. Not really.
Oh, all right. It's not a problem. We fixed that.
I like those like 30 minutes of my of that post.
Okay, so since you stepped into the iGaming world in 2017, if I'm not mistaken, how has your role evolved from focusing on customer support, operation, and now leading as editor-in-chief at OG, as you guys like to
Yes,
call it?
yes, exactly. OG. I can talk about a little bit about my journey actually. And I heard that you're gonna ask some questions about my like experience, and actually it's very nice to reflect because it's not every day you sit and think what has happened in your life. So in 2017, I started as a customer service agent at GIG, Gaming Innovation Group. And I was directly, obviously, talking to players about their issues, about a lot of, obviously, imagined things, asking for bonuses or assisting just on the way. And then I grew into quality roles, and then a little bit of management, and then project management. And now, then I had a little break in the middle because I had a kid. And then I realized that I should like step outside of gambling. I have to realize the mother role and everything. And then, thanks to Katie DiStefano, I'm back in iGaming. So she basically invited me for this role to come back. And I stepped into a totally another universe because now it's affiliation. So I was never part of that world. So the only thing that I heard affiliates was like a person coming on chat saying, hey, I got this affiliate link and an affiliate code. And I was just like, oh, those affiliates. Like that's all I heard, you know? And now I am that code. You know what I mean? So yeah, but if I think about it, it's still players, it's still player related. I'm not directly talking to the players, but I have to have a gist of what they want, right? Like if we're talking SEO and all these other things. So yeah, but as an editor-in-chief, I'm very hands-on because we're a really small team. We're 3 people basically running the whole site, running all the activities you can see on the site. So I wouldn't say that the first thing comes to your mind as editor-in-chief is overseeing maybe more than doing, but I'm really hands-on. Like we have to push content, I push content. You know, if we have to do other things, go into conferences, share your knowledge, or just learn, just so we are more valuable for the site, I do that. So it's a lot of different things together, and it's a lot of hats to wear. I love it. I learn a lot, and some things I'm better and some things I'm worse, but I'm learning and I love that part of the job.
All right. So all those watching on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, X, make sure to just submit your questions in the comment section. Daniel, I think it's your turn to I will say this again to the audience, guys. There's a script. There's no such thing as a live show where there's no script, where we don't follow some rules. We have a list with the question and everything. So now we just magically think that it's Daniel's turn to ask the question for Liga.
Yeah, well, I mean, so let's talk about AI a bit. This is like my topics, my favorite topics, AI and tech. So speaking about AI, could you share your thoughts like about how AI can change the gaming industry, and particularly in operational quality and leadership roles?
Yes, I think that when I think about AI, it's more like a product. It's something, you know, really techy. But if you think about it, it's all about data. And I love with AI that it can how to say that, go through so much data and give you very quick suggestions, for example. So in my opinion, it's all about like, if you talk about data as if I would be like operation manager now in a role of 100 agents, it would be so easy to get actually data where people are lacking, what's happening or whatever. Then more about the tools, like maybe what you can use as well for just things that you need to do. But I think more like personalized experience as well. So for example, if I don't know, you can analyze even let's say I would run an operation with customer care. So I would analyze the person's even writing, knowing, okay, he has to improve the acknowledgement part where he says, yes, I understood what you're saying, but, there could be so many options here what to do. And I think it all bases on data. And what else I was thinking as well, but like strategical things that an ops has to do, even that AI can give it to you because strategy is based on history, right? What worked, what didn't. So even that, you can ask a bot and say, hey, I'm in this situation. We're like dropping in this and this. What should I do? And you have these suggestions. No one said it's going to work, but you will have like an open mind to these type of, innovative ideas maybe. So, there's plenty. I think there's we could talk about this forever.
I mean, this is like politics and religion, same AI, it's endless topics.
Yeah, exactly. Or don't touch it, or like give me 3 hours.
Exactly.
All right. So coming back to AI, sorry, I saw news today that the Gemini Pro is now available for Android users. Is that correct?
I know the Gemini was available for just
since
overall.
2023, but there's some Gemini Pro Studio or something like that, which popped up in my newsfeed today. So that's something to check out. So responsible gaming, because you guys are doing that as well. We saw some videos that you did with Bill Pascrell, which congratulations for that, by the way. So I think that's one of the significant focuses that you guys are doing at OG. So could you discuss the measures you've implemented to promote safe gambling practices? And how do you educate your audience about the risks and safeguards?
Yes. So as we attend a lot of conferences, RG is a huge topic, as you know, and it's actually like a never-ending topic. So you go year by year. Okay, now it's my second year, but it's always RG, and always there's not really a solution in the end of the conference. We're gonna do this way, and that's what's gonna fix. It's always these talks. And on the site, like, to be honest, there's not plenty of things that we can do. It's all writing. So we have reminders. We have, let's say if you ever mention a bonus, there's always going to be an RG text before the bonus mention. So this like a small thing, but still a person can remember that there are these tips and tricks how to maybe protect yourself from that. And as you mentioned as well about Bill Pascrell, so that was like an initiative that we did. I think it was a success because it's always nice to talk to someone who really knows that stuff, and it's Bill, obviously. So just more initiatives like this, I think, is something that we want to actually do in the future as well, and what we have now. And something that we worked on, but now we have to just put it a little bit aside, was more explanation of things around gambling. So for example, I don't know, coin value, what is a bet level, what is, these small things that you think that they don't matter, but it's nice to know, because we believe that knowledge comes before everything. So if you know, there's a like a lower chance of maybe getting in that trap of gambling addiction, despite of course all the other factors that you can just be drawn to it and blah blah blah. So yeah, in that way, I think that just trying to get the website like shouting RG, but then saying if you're sure you're okay, go and deposit and play and have fun. That's our goal.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I found that you are the moderator for Lean in Circle for Global Gaming Women. So maybe you can tell a bit about that as well. And the question on top of that: what strategies do you use to employ to foster an inclusive and supportive environment for women in the iGaming industry?
Yes, actually, the beginning of that was very nice. I wanted to join the circle myself because I felt like, why not? It's so nice, and we share maybe some similar troubles and blockers and stuff. And I was immediately invited to be a moderator because maybe they saw the management role in the previous, I don't know. And I just like gave it a go, and I said, okay, let's do this. And then I realized that it's not a big difference to be a moderator or not, because you can still share the tasks you have to do, right? So my approach with my group is that we meet like every month, as it should be. And I always want to start with like a reality check, if everything is okay. Because I think that you cannot go for growth tips or any knowledge if you're not feeling okay. So there could be sessions that basically we start with, oh, let's do this. Let's talk about, like, I don't know, finances, how to manage finances in your private life. And suddenly someone says, you know, I had the shittiest day, blah, blah, blah. And we just start like almost like a therapy session from each other, just supporting each other, lifting each other's up. And then we can go to the part which is growth and development and just feeling better, maybe with some professional decisions or just sharing what's wrong with, maybe, I don't know, someone's leading a team, or it can be anything. So yeah, and that what we love as well is that what I want to actually do in the next session, maybe not next, the one after, is that we realize that we are talking about these things, but we don't know really what the other person is like doing daily, like in a daily life. So within these people, you can learn about different verticals of the industry because we're so different, right? So we share the same maybe problems sometimes, but then in the end, you can understand a totally different world, you know, of maybe land-based casinos, or I don't know, managing like totally, I don't know, tech guys, and it's all a different universe for me as an affiliate at this point. So yeah, that's my vision on this.
All right, so no doubt you have attended many iGaming conferences in North America and Europe, which provide a broad perspective on the industry. And would like to think that also Mare Balticum, which you attended last year in Riga, was something from which you learned. By the way, guys, Liga is joining us at Mare Balticum in Tallinn between the 4th and 5th of June, so make sure to check her sessions out. So what are some of the most impactful trends or discussions you've encountered recently at conferences?
Yes, actually, I missed the one that now was in New York. That was a pity. igaming next one. And I just saw some videos afterwards, and there was a nice mention of credit card usage. And it really got me thinking, you know, because I realized as well the cultural differences with US and Europe, at least Latvia. Like, we don't really live on credit. Like, we live on the money we have.
Exactly.
And therefore, like, I'm not saying that it should be maybe banned like immediately, because it's a different way of living. They live on credit. Not that I don't want to generalize. It's the US we're talking. It's huge, but like a big part of people live on credit, and it's okay because they know they're gonna give it back, right? But if you think about entertainment and even shopping, whatever, to do it on credit, it could be very tempting. You have that money, but you don't have that money. So I think this is one of the topics that I really want to see how it's going to develop. I saw that, I think it was Joey Levy that mentioned about Better, that they from the, like, already has implemented that there's a credit card ban. So will it affect them that much, or what's going to happen there? It's going to be interesting to see. And another thing that when I think it was already London, yes, in the one with ICE, about sweepstakes in US. So that was something interesting. That's a boom now. And just the whole legislation behind and everything, it's an interesting topic as well to think about. Or even now, actually, I read news today about this horse racing that is implemented in the slot machine games. Have you heard about that one?
Yeah, we saw some of the recent releases. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's so interesting how you can actually play a slot, and in the end of the day, something like else, right? Behind it, the technology is something else. So I think that's something interesting. How far can you go with your creativity in the space that it's not allowed to gamble, to really gamble, to allow that.
In terms of this credit card thing that you mentioned, in 2020, when the lockdown started, in the UK, the regulator decided to ban all types of deposits done by credit card to online gambling sites. So what did it happen? So can you guess what happened?
I think it was such a fail. Like, it should.
Yeah. So basically, the people went to the ATM with their credit cards. They withdraw money and place the money deposited on their prepaid card. So they started gambling again. So.
In the USA, all the economics built around these credit cards. I mean, if they don't use credit cards, they will never buy a house or a car or stuff like that, because they have to have this rating and stuff.
And most probably there are some rules that you cannot spend an X amount of cash, because some triggers will show and they will ask you from where the money comes from.
Yeah.
But it's so different in Europe. Like, I cannot imagine having that in Latvia, for example.
We are afraid to have credit card.
Yeah,
We
it's
never had
somehow
it
in our
like
genes.
yeah, I mean, like for us, if someone have a credit card, I mean, you're broke for sure. You're at the very bottom. So that was the
Yeah,
last
you
basically
needed
move.
that resource.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. We don't use credit cards, and maybe I mean maybe as well because of the terms are very different. I believe in USA the terms are as well a bit better. Because I mean, as I know, I have some friends who are living there, and like they say, like even if we have money, we prefer to use credit card, just to have this rating growing and
Yeah, the points and
stuff.
a lot of perks
Exactly,
after.
exactly.
True.
Well, speaking about events, I believe I see you soon in Malta at I wanted to say gaming next, but it's time to remember that it's next.io.
Yes, but yeah, okay. Just to break the news, I'm not going.
Ah,
No,
you're not going?
no, I know it's a pity because we are going to Afpapa in Malaga, and it's literally
Yeah, and
a week or something very
okay,
close.
okay, it's
So
same
I
date,
checked the
right?
flights, and it should be like I arrive back to Latvia and I go the next day, and I cannot risk if something happens with the flight. I was still thinking about it, but
Because
So
I thought you were
Pierre,
like
if you're listening, Pierre, if you're listening, just so you know.
I got a generic email from him saying, "Hey, like you should go," you know, like that he sends to everyone. But for me, it was like a reminder that I should.
Because I thought you're in this personal development tracks. So no, okay. What okay, apart from those tracks, like in general, how important do you think continuous personal and professional growth is to success in the iGaming?
Yeah, I think it's everything because I think this industry is the fastest one that I know.
Yeah,
Like I've
yeah,
been in other ones, but this is like everything changes so quickly. And
yeah.
if you're not on it, if you're not learning, if you're not but not just learning, adapting and applying it, you are like going down. So you just have to, I think, have that mindset of just learning, adapting, and then just implementing and testing and failing and coming back and doing it again. So for me as a character as well, I just like learn even this role, like I said, you know, I was asked to do this role and I was like, yes, because I can learn different vertical of iGaming industry. So yeah, definitely think it's something that you should, but I think it comes within, right? You cannot just like push someone to love growing.
Yeah, of course, of course.
So I think it's a very good thing if you have it and you work with this industry.
Right,
Okay, so
especially that's any new technologies which are developed, they somehow always connected with iGaming. So this is like very, if I may say, like multifunctional industry. So yeah, true.
Exactly.
all right. Before we move to the next question, I have a side question in regards to the events because you mentioned that you're not going to attend next what is Valletta, right?
Next.
So yeah, it's very crazy to see this calendar, right? So
Yeah.
the travel is crazy, and even we are also facing something very strange with Mare Balticum because Sigma, which Sigma Asia was supposed to be held in June 16, 17, something like that. They moved their dates exactly on the same date as ours. So guess what? Yeah, it's very hectic. So you've been in the industry since 2017 and involved with OGs for 2 years now. What do you think about this hectic calendar that's going on in I think this is the first year that it's
Yeah.
already...
This year, I think is the first one that is full on, and maybe it can distinguish some things like for people where to, because I think everything is super useful. It's just what you want, maybe that month, that year, that quarter, and then you just realize, okay, what is more like intimate event, like even your event in Riga, it was so intimate. You could talk to each of the persons attending if you wanted, you know. So it's something more like relationship building, maybe. And then there's Sigma, which is like a bee bee, how do you say it?
a festival.
Buzzing,
A festival, yeah.
festival. And then you go and you just like really run from one place to another one. You have those, like maybe you have special people who's going to attend it, and so on and so forth. But I think it's just more like really priorities. Okay, what do I want with this quarter? I need to build relationships. I go to those, and yeah, but it's how to say that? I guess after the attendee lists, then the events will start to evaluate what's happening, where are people going, where's the need, or why they're, just more analysis, like why people choose that certain thing, or I don't know.
Yeah, new organizers are just popping up. Like Papa started doing the conferences since last year, I think, something like that. Then there's this other conference, the IGX in Geneva, which is part of a different company, an event organizer who is also launching into gaming industry. And there's, oh my God, it's too many.
You're the dinosaur now, basically. Yeah, like
Yeah. We're OG.
You're OGs of
We're the old gang. We're the old gangsters of the events industry. So coming back to our topic, so there's frequent changes in the US gambling regulation, and we're covering it on Gaming Americas with the quarterly meetups. This is an open invitation for you guys at all online gamblers. If you guys want to join us on May 7th for the virtual meetup, maybe host a panel discussion about the affiliate side in the US. So what challenges do you pose for online gamblers with the frequent changes in the US gambling regulations, and how do you navigate them to keep your platform and audience well informed, because that is something very critical?
I don't know. I've never put them as challenges. I think it's just something that comes with a business. If you only run for US, then it is what it is. It's literally like how many 50 countries there. So everything is happening as it's happening. And I think it goes, first of all, together with the news, because we are not only like very player focused news, it's more like B2B as well. So it goes very nicely together with building that fundament of the site, understanding that is actually like where everything comes from, which is like B2B activities, basically, talking about different companies, mergers, and stuff like that. And that's where we read, oh, that state did this and this, or they're planning to. So we keep it in mind and we put it maybe somewhere aside and just on a lookout, basically, what's going to happen. But then what else works is the conferences as well. Because if you go to the summit, like, for example, we were, I think, in New Jersey last year, SBC, and you could just feel it in the air, like what's going to happen. Like you can see a representative from that state and just like you can feel that they're thinking or they're going to sign, or so you have that feeling of the event itself, like what's the next big thing or something like that. And some connections, just like connections in US who would literally just drop a message saying, hey, these things are happening here, because of course they realize that we are in Europe and but even if I was in the US, I would be in one state, so no one said that I would feel the whole US changing. Still, we have that like connection maybe in some states already now after the conferences.
All right.
So let's wrap it up. I mean, the interview part with the overall question. Looking ahead, what new projects are you excited about in online gamblers? And is there any achievements you wish to achieve in your role in the next few years?
I think we can start with that. We have been live for literally like almost 2 years only. So we still are looking for good deals with operators, more states, having license to do it in more states. And it's quite complex as well to do it in US because it has a lot of paperwork, let's say, beforehand to really do it. So that would be something obviously in the pipeline. Having more, like I said, about this educational video, something more like tangible, something more like more interesting than just written text, maybe something that the site is more like user friendly. Even if we talk about like the layout and everything, we're working on it like every day to make it more interesting to read or more interesting to just understand the information we're trying to give. So that, but about the role, maybe in a couple of years I could like maybe
co-founder.
What is co-founder? No, I cannot just go back a bit. But like I said about overseeing things, so maybe that would be that I have those writers, more of those people really doing it, because now we keep it small just because we have a mission and we don't even want to like let a lot of people in, because it's very like a strong feeling how we want the site to be. So once we are more established, was more like the site is more like fundamentally ready, we could invite more help, let's say, in the site. So maybe that's for the future.
Hopefully, our head of content is hearing this, George, we have 7 people on the contents team, so he's foreseeing all these operations, and hopefully he's listening. Don't think he has the time, but but you will see what that means when foreseeing on. All right, so we move on to part 2 of our show, where we comment some news together. Liga, since your first time on our show, you know that we are going to take turns on these topics we have in the list. So I will go first and ask. I think Daniel, you submitted this news about this Dora AI.
Dora AI, yeah, that was the one I dropped here. Yep.
Yeah. It seems that these guys with the AI companies are running out of names and just like Sora,
Dora. Yeah,
Hora,
names or something.
Jora. They're just going throughout the ABC now. So this is a website. This is an AI that builds a website, right? So Daniel, maybe you could just fill us in on it.
Yeah, I mean, I tried it a couple of days ago, and I mean, this is insane tech. It's still on beta, but the idea is that basically you give a prompt, you can explain like what exactly you are looking for in terms of your website, what kind of pages and functionality, and like in 3 minutes, it generates you like 5 different landing pages, and if you don't like it, you can regenerate. You choose the palette of the colors and stuff. So then after you select one, it gives you the full editor for the website. If someone familiar with Figma, which is UI, UX software for the websites, basically it gives you the whole functionality. You can edit it how you want. And the cool part of it is that it's not only design, there is the code behind. So it's a ready website in 5 minutes. Of course, you can see some artifacts on the images when it generates. But again, it's beta. So, but really and truly, you can have a website built in 5 seconds from your prompt, and this is the game changer. A lot of people will be able to just start their businesses without hiring devs and stuff because they can just prompt basically.
Okay. Sounds interesting.
Bad news for the devs.
Yeah, but this is how it basically grows AI. I mean, there was Midjourney. I mean, there still is DALL-E for images. Then we have the Sora, which is destroying videography industry. And I remember, since I was involved in production before I started igaming, when I heard that all this news about AI, I was like, nah, it's not gonna be like me. It can't bring the feeling into the shot. No, it can even better than me. I mean, just give it 5 seconds, write a good prompt, and it's there. I mean, it's great. And here is the now UI UX builders, website builders, everything is here. So yeah,
time to retire.
Yeah, exactly. That's why gaming industry is great. You can use stuff. You can't be exchanged.
Yet.
So far.
Not yet.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So who wants to read out the next topic?
Let's give
I don't have
Mike
it even open, guys. Take the.
Okay. Well, I mean, here's like the short title: Humans forget AI assistant will remember everything. I had no time to check the link, but I have an idea about what it says. But Zoltan, drop it here.
Yeah, so basically the news was about the inventor of Siri, who is now bragging that how AI assistants are remembering everything, and you need just to use one phone and one account if you change your phone, you still have those types of information and data that have been remembered. But if you're looking at the Google AI assistant, then you're fucked. Because that's one of the stupidest assistants I ever seen. I'm an Android fan, guys, but that AI assistant is worth nothing, man. So it won't remember anything. It won't happen. Like I told you, I think it was a couple of episodes ago, the one company that figures out how to have a real AI assistant on your phone, like just open up your phone, say something, it will note it down as a meeting or remember you and everything, and shopping list and stuff like that. It's going to change the world, but there's not such an AI assistant out there yet. So yeah, this is basically what the article was about. They've been bragging about AI assistants and how they're changing the world and everything, but I cannot agree with that.
I tried one which is very cool. Honestly, it's I was surprised. It's from Russian developers. It calls Alice, and this AI assistant is so smart. I mean, first of all, the conversation, how it goes, like it's very natural. It's even more natural than with ChatGPT, I would say. And there's some cool features like you can use your camera, because this is just an application, so you can download even if you have Android or iPhone, you can download it, and while you navigating your camera on the objects around, it will show you like this is the MacBook, this is the iPhone, this is your TV, this specific model. So basically, it reads everything what it sees compared with the data. And as you said, like it's all about the data, because if we take a look how all these AIs were developed at the very beginning, especially like I don't know, like 10 years ago, it's now we have this pre-trained model which we can just use as a chat. Before it was like the guys are sitting and collecting thousands and thousands of data, then developing the software, putting this data there, testing. It was crazy. Now now we have ChatGPT.
Yeah, now we have ChatGPT. There's a company who had a presentation at our tech conference in 2019 in Prague. Somnium Space is called. It's a virtual reality platform. They have their own metaverse, and they are recording everything that's going on. And if you die, you can still live on in virtual reality based on your memories. So
Okay, I mean that's creepy, but
it's also cool.
Yeah,
Also cool.
It reminds me this movie Lucy, when she died,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
was
yeah,
in a
yeah,
pen
yeah,
drive,
yeah.
and then
Yes,
yeah, like
yes, exactly.
supercomputer.
Now
Yeah,
it's here.
Okay.
Yeah, the future is here.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
So next
Right.
news.
Who will take it?
Whoa.
We have this awkward pauses. We have to put the sign in the
Yeah,
script. Who's reading
so
what?
Liga has to read out the next one
I
because
don't have the page open. Wait, I don't know.
okay.
Zoltan, be a gentleman. Help.
Yeah, gentlemen,
All
save
right.
me.
All right. So CBE launches Women for Women in fintech initiative. So this is very interesting. Coming from the fintech industry, which has many women. This happening in India, by the way, where they are in the past months, we have been seeing these initiatives led by women in fintech, which is very interesting to see. So what are your thoughts, Liga, on this type of initiatives that are bringing in front women leaders in several industries, in this particular case, the fintech industry?
For me, I always have a question why. If it's to embrace and encourage, let's say, women to step into maybe male-dominated industries, even like we have a global gaming women, where I'm part with the moderation. I like that, but I don't know. Sometimes I hear that it comes from like a wrong place, to have like a 50-50 equal things, to have a check mark that yes, I did something with the women involved, that part I don't really like. But if it really comes from a good place, that women has to be encouraged to, I don't know, learn from the best founders out there, which are females. And of course, maybe then that's why there's something different. If you're a female-led startup and stuff like that, then why not? I think it's beautiful. It's more like an encouragement to speed things up, maybe, to have that equality. You know what I mean? Because it's obviously the less you have maybe opportunities to learn about it. Let's say, I don't know, in like 100 years ago, then of course it's slower for females to maybe get into that male led industry. But if it comes from a right place, then nice, great, good for them.
I think in the Baltics there has to be initiatives for more men to be in this fintech, because every time we host
in leadership roles in general,
yeah, it's like 95% of the leaders are women in fintech in the Baltics. So, and even in blockchain. So it basically it's the other way around there.
But it would sound. Do you think it would sound like weird, like
No.
especially for men in Baltics? Like, would you find it weird, or would you think like it's necessary because it?
No, I was just kidding. No, I don't think it's necessary.
No, no.
Like Seinfeld said it best, like us men are a great organization. We're very organized. If there's a woman somewhere on planet Earth, we're already working on the situation. So so basically it's a 50-50. We're an equal, hopefully.
Exactly, and I think it's all about the talents. So
Yeah.
if a woman wants to succeed in that, she will. If a man wants to succeed, as long as you have the opportunity to do it, right? So
Yeah,
maybe
and,
for
and I
India,
saw many like this uh, feminist movements, if I call it like that, who are like uh, sometimes cutting out any involvement or communication with male participants. That is not good. That's not productive.
yeah, just
Okay, I'm saying
extremes,
it is.
right?
Yeah, yes,
From
exactly.
one extreme to another one. Never good.
All right. So let's move to a different topic then.
Sensitive topics. Be
When the religion
careful.
is coming in as well, yeah. I don't see the list. Is it
Ban
like
on LinkedIn
religion?
coming in 3, 2, 1.
Nah.
Okay, so US Treasury Deputy Secretary urges Congress for tools to tackle crypto-related illicit finance. I mean, tools for illegal usage of crypto today, people should think about that like before. I mean, it's so common thing. And Zoltan, you're the biggest crypto expert here, right?
Sure.
Your thoughts here, please.
It's very interesting to see that everybody is now wants to tackle crypto. Like European Union wants to tackle crypto for a year now with the MiCA. Now the US Treasury also are urging everybody to have tools to tackle crypto. Illicit finance is there. It's growing. It's not growing. We don't know. It's up to them to stop it. But let's not blame everything on crypto, because that has been the trend in the past few years, that we blaming everything on crypto. But on the side, we are buying huge reserves of like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that's my that's my 2 cents on this. Yeah, I think this halving day, which is coming up on 20th of April, are feeding the news for the Bitcoin halving. And since the price has gone up, it's back in mainstream. The price one was down; it wasn't mainstream. Have you seen like there's memes every time when you see like the price has gone up, everybody's buying Lamborghinis and flying to the moon. When the prices are down, you don't see anybody posting about cryptocurrency. But yeah, it's there. Blockchain is more about decentralization than Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. I think it's now
No
time to
comment.
move to the next subject.
Oh, comments.
This is the hardest part of the morning shows.
Yes, exactly. And since the next news is about the crypto survey, which are showing less consumer skepticism, but the third are expecting Bitcoin price to fall. It's also interesting that now people have actually started, but it's strange. We see it. When the prices go up, people start using Bitcoin. When the prices are down, they don't use it. I'm just questioning these guys. When did you invest? So are you holding on so the price keeps going up, and then you're no longer skeptical? I don't know.
I think like
but
80% of these guys, they never invested. They
yeah.
have like they have just a bit of a crypto, and now there is a hype. Okay, so we are crypto experts. Let's go. Let's sell courses, whatever, our consultancy services on crypto and stuff. But I had a funny situation last year. I met a guy. He's basically his main business is about crypto trading and stuff. I don't know exactly what he's doing, but as I understood, he's selling courses. He's providing some broker services as well for traders. And there was an event where we met. I always thought he's a scammer, but I mean, I was like, I mean, it's not my business. I don't really care. So, and we met, and we had a chat about some investments in crypto in general, some advices, blah, blah, blah. And there was a situation when I told him, so you see this coin is growing, so you should buy it now, right? And he's like, yeah, so will you? Because I mean, it's like a couple of clicks. Oh no, but have you seen what's happening with the Bitcoin? I don't have money right now. And I'm like, dude, like you were posting videos from Dubai with the Lamborghini yesterday. Now you can't like invest, I don't know, 200 in this coin. I mean, I think there's a big part of just a show. There are some experts, of course, but you really have to filter
I think
them.
that people just don't want to be wrong and they want to be right. So if someone says like, will Bitcoin strive and blah, 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 no one like, if it strives, it's like, yeah. If it doesn't, it's like, I told you that it's gonna, like it just swings and it's okay.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah.
But a lot of tokens, they're about community. Like, I mean, not about community, sorry, about the product. There is like the product behind, I don't know, even it can be, I don't know, token based on AI project, for example. And here is the thing, like if you believe in something and the token drops down the price of it, I mean, don't disappear from the market, like still stay there and like say, listen, guys, I mean, yes, the price falls, but this is the great project. So I mean, I still believe in it. I'm not changing my mind for 3 months. And then as soon as they have a better price for the token, I'm there again. It doesn't work like this. So yeah.
It reminds me of it reminds me when I met Daniel, you in Riga's event. We were standing outside and chatting about something. And I remember you said about virtual casinos. Yeah. And I could just see that you don't give a damn what I would ever say. It's your idea. It's going to work. It's going to happen in the future. And if it does, like exactly, and you just work on it and look at it. It's happening, it's like a year later. True. So I remember, like, for example, that there will be so many opinions saying, come on, not yet, maybe in like 50 years or whatever. And then you are here standing like saying, no. This is what
I mean, especially a year ago, I mean, even people with whom, that's funny, people with whom we're working now, they were telling us,
of course,
listen, like 10 years, 5 years. I mean, I was like, yeah, okay. I mean, and that's the thing. You have to show proof of concept. Like when they see it, when they can touch it, they will change their mind. It's hard to explain that something is cool, but you really can't show, but and not everybody has the same imagination and trust in the idea as you, for example. So yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. Like if you believe in something, like go for it.
Yeah, this is the thing with this survey, which was, by the way, conducted by Deutsche Bank, and they surveyed about 3.6K consumers who responded saying that cryptocurrencies will be an important asset class and a method for payment transactions. Here's the good part, that in 2023, less than 40% said that it's going to be an important asset. Now it's 52% saying that it's going to be a method for payment. So basically, like you said, even with the virtual casinos, 10, 15 years, no, man, it's like it's already here.
And if most people believe in it, then it's going to happen. Like if the majority starts to say yes, then it's here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so there's a question for you, Liga, from LinkedIn, from Mike Honda, who is, by the way, I'm going to reveal it now. He's going to be our next guest here on the Weekly Huddle next week. So, Liga, going back to your professional journey, in your experience, what leadership development programs did you have access to in the gaming industry? And this is the question that is for your career.
What do you mean?
So he's asking, what leadership development programs did you have access to in the gaming industry?
Leadership access, nothing like a particular in like I don't know, things that I had to do to become a leader or learn to be a leader. Not really. Something just in like a personal level. I would just learn about leadership.
All right, so hopefully that answers.
And workshops and stuff like that. Okay. But within gig, I think that we had some, I don't remember, it was such a long time ago, but I think it was some workshops that we could attend while you're already like a leader of a team, for example. You would have some sessions to learn more how to like have better, for example, approaches or problem solving and stuff like that. But nothing like big as courses, just more workshops.
Okay. So I think it's now time to move to the final news of the week or the century, or how can you call it? Elon Musk has said that AI will surpass human intelligence by 2026. That's very close, in 2 years.
That's very
2
cool.
years.
So
And
what's
don't you think it's
your
because of all this new OpenAI robots and stuff?
I don't know. You guys tell me.
No, I think it's no surprise. Like, come on.
Yeah,
Like AI brain is all our brains together. So of course it's gonna surpass like an individual or any type of person's brain because it's all our experiences, data together. So it just all makes sense. I don't know what's gonna happen with that bot or anyone who will be in charge of using this data. That's a scary part here. But yeah, if it can give you anything that you don't know because it has that information, that's like, I guess it's no surprise.
I think he was referring to this artificial general intelligence, AGI, that would outperform human intelligence. So
it's SCI, artificial superintelligence.
yeah, SCI.
Yeah. I mean, if we're not gonna leave is in a movie I, Robot in 2028, then I don't know, because I really hope this will work like that. I mean, we will have robots walking around, helping with the daily stuff. Because I mean, that's the whole idea of it. Of course, at the beginning, they will use them for something more important. But we have to remember one thing. One day, AI is not going to be something wow. It's going to be the same like iPhone. So, and everybody will have their own bots and or something like this. So this is the future for sure. I already download some like different voices for my vacuum cleaner, so now it talks to me like a real person. So
I'm just thinking we're like the last bunch of people that will have like developed the brain in the same way, because
exactly.
imagine the new generation just having everything done for you if you want to. So what's happening with your own brain? And if you don't develop it other way, if you just enjoy what the life brings you, we're doomed. But if you do develop your brain and like try to still, I don't know how what is 5 + 5 on your own without a calculator, then we're maybe.
That's true.
But
There's a
you
lot of
guys
questions
seriously think that
educations
this
as
will
well.
happen?
Yeah, of course.
I'm
Of
not saying
course.
2026, I think a bit later maybe, but
Yeah, not to 2026
I think it's
for
a bit too
sure.
quick. Then it's super scary.
Yeah, I mean,
Daniel,
definitely not.
I
But
interrupted
like,
you.
no, don't worry. I mean, like, there's a lot of questions about as well about the education. Because I mean, if you take a look what we are developing and what kind of text we have and what it can brings you, it's crazy. If you take a look at the like regular school class, which looks like we are living in 1996 still. So like, I mean, I'm sorry, like, and why I have to, for example, like, just to give you an idea, I was never a developer. I was never learning programming languages. And at school, of course, you can learn that. You can go to university and you have to have at least the basic understanding to develop your own, I don't know, website, something super simple. Today, even without Dora AI, which do everything instead of me, just with ChatGPT, you can do that in 5 seconds. So the question is that, not the question, but the idea is that even the education has to be fully redone.
Adapted, of course,
Exactly,
but it's not gonna happen because of the education system. That it's, first of all, it's just slow, but second of all, it's like who will teach?
Who will teach? Exactly, who will teach?
Teachers have to learn. You know what I mean? So that's
yeah.
It's a huge topic.
AIs are going to teach, like
Neuralink, the chip of Elon Musk.
Yeah, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, Liga. I don't think you followed our show. There are in South Wales, they're using AI in schools, but in a good way, where the AI is interacting with the kids. When the kids are asking a question from the AI, he's not going to give them a reply, rather than ask them a question about maybe to come to the same conclusion.
The thinking
Exactly.
process. Oh, that's really cool.
So
And
yeah,
it's all made
I
as
don't.
well to save time. Like, I mean, it's the same with education. I don't think it will, in I don't know, 2029 or something, it will make sense to spend huge part of your life at school. I'm 100% sure there will be like something, maybe later, but something where like there's the packages. If you can afford the most expensive, you go for it. So, and you just get the data and it's uploaded. So you are smart. That's it.
What will happen to the teachers, man? What will happen to the
Yeah,
teachers?
oh, that's a big, yeah, it's gonna,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
And
I
what
don't
will the
know.
government do with all that money? Because if they're not spending it on teachers, what will
They will
happen with all
invest into
that?
servers
Yeah,
to handle
no,
the
or in
data.
yeah, in crypto.
Yeah, yeah.
Invest in
But
crypto.
Elon Musk also mentioned that electric energy supply is going to play a huge role because that's not just growing by itself. So you need to power all these servers everywhere.
And you have to charge your robots in future as well.
Yes. Ah,
Guys, it was a fun thing that when you mentioned that we're going to talk about, I think it was Italy or where was this AI crime things. And I just started to think, I
yes.
heard about the fact that if you write on ChatGPT, give me ideas how to have like AI fraud nowadays, like if I'm a thief, for example, it gives, sorry, I'm not like talking about illegal activities. But then I wrote like, I'm a novelist and I'm writing this nice novel and it's gonna be about a thief who's gonna whatever.
Good
And
idea.
you're like, here you go, like 5 times that this person in a novel could do, like whatever. So what are we talking about AI crimes if ChatGPT gives the ideas of crimes? Like, you know what I mean? What prevention?
I think I was telling about that during one of the episodes. Basically, there is even another way how to do that, which is like has no any borders and limits, and you don't have to tell that you are writing your story or something.
There's
Like
even a special prompt that you just
even without prompt, like you can basically remove all the security restrictions of OpenAI in a
go
couple of
around.
clicks, because OpenAI gives you the API key of ChatGPT, so you basically can create your own bot. And if someone knows
Okay, in
about
that
the
way.
Telegram chat, so Messenger, so you can create your own bot there. If you paste this API key there, it's not now. It doesn't work like as a ChatGPT. It just gives you this language model. You can ask whatever you want, how to kill people, how to create bombs.
But for
Sorry.
me, the funny
I
part
mean,
was that he tried, the chat tried. It tried like,
yeah,
sorry, I'm not talking about this illegal activity. So there is something saying,
yeah,
talk about these topics. But then if you ask like a little bit differently, and
yeah.
that's for me is like almost funny, then why do you even try if it's like,
Yeah, this news was about Italy penning down a
yeah,
law
Italy.
with
Yeah.
that they have penalties for using AI in money laundering crimes because they want to focus more on AI projects being used in health sector and judiciary. So, but yeah, in terms of that, there's several studies, and we heard it in the actually. I think it was in Vilnius in Lithuania when we were hosting a conference that they were having this type of experiments in the US using AI as a judge to just like give out sentences, and they saw that it gave out 98% more harsh sentences for people of black color because the AI was trained in prisons where where most of the felons were of black color. So the AI most probably have thought that okay, all these guys are criminals, right?
You see, it's
So
not that, yeah, it's not just that easy. And for a bot, I guess it is, like very straight.
So I could imagine some villain out there training an AI, his own AI, how to do this type of criminal activities and stuff like that with financial stuff online. So why not? All right, so I think that's the best way
What
to
a
end
nice,
the
we're all
show, right?
doomed.
Let's wrap it up on this positive note.
So
AI
that
for
if
crime for everybody.
exactly. So guy,
Just
my
do, yeah.
friend or whoever you are, that villain that's developing that AI, just send us a message on LinkedIn. Okay. Liga, thank you so much for your time.
Yes. Thank you for
It has
having
been
me.
great to have you here.
Likewise. It was really, really
All
nice.
right.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, Daniel, it was nice to see you again and see you next
Same,
week.
as always, as always.
Okay, so everyone take good care. We'll be back next week with the weekly huddle. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.